Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the International Islamic University Debate Council. We are holding here a first session of our debate, and today we are having three participants who have come with their broad ideas that they are going to connect to the various problems, the issues that we are going through in our society. First of all, we can start with one of our best colleagues who has come up with his idea about how society and literature are interconnected. Either the society shapes our literature or either it is a literature which shapes our society. So please come to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Very good afternoon, all of you. Today I am studying here for defining the literature and the interconnection of literature with the society. Today's my topic for discussion is society influences of literature and limits literature more than literature influences our society. First of all, I want to express the idea of society. Society is a uh, collective of the social, cultural, and religious norms or something rules and laws in which society mostly society mostly influences literature and contributed in emerging of the literature. Literature is just like a collective product of the social rules, the religious uh, political restrictions or political movements, in which literature exists as as a fruit of a soil where society play a role of something like soil. If if we can't have a cultivated soil or something like that, then the fruit will be decay or something like that. So society plays a major role in shaping or designing the literature. There's, I want to put forward the idea by an evidence. Just like literature is mostly in the written form, in novels or in poems. This is seen in Faiz Ahmad Faiz poetries and in William Wordsworth's poetry and other a few lines of poetry from the William Wordsworth poetries. I wander lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills. When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils beside the lake, beneath the trees. These words were used by the writer or poet. It is confirmed that these lines are confirmed that when a poet or a person see these all things in our society, it means the society is a player, is a major contributor which contribute in shaping the literature. If we can't see the society or these all the things, the hill or the trees or the daffodils can't exist, then how he can express these ideas or write these lines? So this is my first idea: is society creates the conditions for literature. These all are the conditions. The presence of daffodils, or the presence of hills, or the clouds, which he something like compare with himself the literature, with himself the clouds. So these are the conditions which are provided by the society to express these in language or the themes or something like that, so that emerge and as a collective product and known as literature. So there is a second point I want to put forward. Society limits literature. Literature is carved out by society. If audience can't accept, if audience can't accept the writing, if doesn't it doesn't exist, it is known as the absolute writing or something dead writing. People love nature in dead time, in time of the industrial revolution or romantic poetry. in William Wordsworth's time, people love nature. Ordinary people uh, are some kind of extremely fond of nature. Then they mostly literature. They society limits literature or society accept literature. That's why literature exists. There is also society is a main player, contributor which contribute to the literature. So there are some kinds of books or the novels which also represent some kind of societies which are restricted or limited by the society. I want to put forward an example of Manto's Saadat Hussain Manto's book Thanda Gosht. Thanagost is a likely, we can say that a cold meat or something like that. We mostly in literature use the figurative words or some kinds of similes or some kind of figurative figures of speeches for symbolizes things. In that case, it is also a symbol of cold. Cold means something dead. Cold meat means the dead meat or dead person. So did this piece of information, this piece of literature was also restricted by the society in that time in 1950. So Sadat Hussain Mantu also imprisoned by the Pakistan government and that time newly adopted and the constitution was also of British. But the point is that in that time the religious people restricted these kinds of work in which they use a sexual something like sexual themes. That's why they banned the book. And another example, 1984, one of the most influential and most known novel of George Orwell, which is also written about the political rules or political trainees or political governments, how they govern us, ruled us by their desires, like the totalitarianism concept, in which one party rule all the peoples, even the whole party. The party also rule the people's desires, concepts, and also people's personal lives. So in that case, literature doesn't invent something like that. Literature always represent, reflect, influence things which are made by the society. And society influences all the things and make conditions for the literatures. Thank you very much for your presence. If anybody has question, please ask. Anybody? Yes, please. Your presentation was very effective. Thank you. And I want to just ask that there are a lot of writers in the contemporary era, and does they write beyond the earth? For example, if we talk about the Urdu novel, Jannat ke Patte Tere Amal, like this type of literature, this is diverse totally from this earth, and they represent the other world, like Jannat, Dozak. Could you elaborate that this is we can also consider this type of writings in literature because they don't really show our society presence. They show beyond the earth in the other world. What's your stance? So I think there are two dimensions, two things which we mostly human beings believe. One is number first is faith, and number second is logic. The most of the literature which I talk about is based on the logic, political or something like that, movements or revolutions which happened in the past, and they reflect, just the writers reflect and critics the societies. And that kind, it is some kind of acceptable. But in your case, these are in kind of fantasies. These can be accepted if you are a religious person, if you are some kind of believer. So these kind of things are happen which are invented by the writers, not uh, these writings are influential or some kind of society influence the writers, then they write. This kind of writings are invented. Thank you very much. Like you were saying about that society shapes literature. Yeah. Right. So, is there any kind of theory or experiment which are made by the literature? Though I don't know about the theories or theories, but there are a lot of experiment in my experience. As a literary student, I spent 3 years in the literature. In 3 years, I mostly in touch with the fiction or novels which represent things which happened in the past. Just like I give the examples of two novels, Tendagosht by the Montos, which reflects the society violence, trauma of the partition of India 1947. And number second is 1984, which is written by George Orwell on the political revolutions or something like that, how politics or political leaders shape the society. And I want to mention a book, two or three, which also represent or reflect the societies. Uh, though they all are my experience and they all are the experiments of the society, just like the taste of the deer herbal oil, Thomas Hardy, which represent or reflect the Victorian society, or Pride and Prejudice, which also reflect and represent the class system or the marriage, or something like gender equalities or prejudice, which reflects the society of Victorian era and represent these all the things, which is the experienced things, which is experienced and experiment, which is real. So I know these experiment, but don't know about the theories.
Those are each kind of literature, are those novels, you have mentioned the stories about the heroes. And these are literature doesn't influence the society like if we read all those literature. They are clearly like the theories presented by Karl Marx, anyone, and they affect our society. Like now, those theories.
I accept these things are the kind of influenced by the society of the past, which are mostly extremely needed in our societies, just like the gender equalities or some kind of class difference. Class difference or gender equality is one of the major some kind of topic which is revolving in our society and some kind of make worsen or decays our society. So these kind of result novels or literature is mostly needed in our societies. Anybody else? Thank you very much.
Okay, so it was a marvelous speech, amazing speech, and the audience even clapped for him, even though nobody asked them. It proves that he has proved it point, and the preparation for this debate, it was even less than a day. I just informed everybody that tomorrow you have a debate, which means that they have made a great point, and it tells us that the intellect still exists in the Pakistan at a very advanced level. So we would like to explore more intelligent people here and would like to call somebody regarding the democracy. Please come. Yes, you can come.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Numanzo. I am from BS English 6th semester. I am standing here representing as an opponent of democracy. If we talk about the democracy, democracy is a political system, you can say that, which decides or exercise to utilize the power, and it also you can say that decides how we manage our economic system, and how we defend our, you can say that, our society. If I say that there there is no democracy in the world, and if I give the example, like we say that democracy is a political system which is by the, you can say that, people, and uh, you can say that human has a limited knowledge, limited wisdom, and you can say limited experience. If a man is living in Pakistan, you can say that he is unaware of, you can say that, difficulties and experiences faced in America or and Saudi Arabia and many other things. He may know some of, you can say that, difficulties faced by him, or he know little about the background of other country, but he has, you can say, the limited resources from which he is unaware of many, you can say that many things which are you can hide from him. If I, from religious perspective, as a Muslim, I believe that the most knowledgeable, you can say that, is our Lord. He has more knowledge, more wisdom, and more experiences. He know about the past. He know about the present. He know about, you can say that, future. He is aware of each and every, you can say that, what is the need of human, and what are the difficulties of human, and what is the best solution for them. And he, you can say that, he has given us a book in which he, you can say, presented a whole picture how how there should be a system, and how should be governmental system should be established, how the resources should be divided among the nations, what should be the, you can say that, global laws for different cultures. If I take the example of Hajj, and at the moment, Hajj is at the moment when people from different cultures, different, you can say that, backgrounds, and with different languages, with different perspectives, collect at the same point, and even they are involved in same activity. There is no difference among them, and you can say that. But when we see at the democratic systems at all over the world, we have no single example. We have no single example. Each, you can say that, system is succeeded in, you can say that, collecting a large group of people at the same place for a single, you can say, the agenda. Democracy, and if we talk about the protection of basic human rights, basically the purpose of, you can say that, political system is to protect the basic human rights, and you can say that, the defense, for their own protection of their own rights, and protect their military, sorry, you can say that, land, and their cultures, and their, you can say that, their persons from enemies. If you look at the Islamic system of Khilafah, you can say that each and every person from different religions, there may be Christians, there are maybe Jews, even you can say a case is presented in the front of Khalifa, where there is a Muslim, he is unjust to his companion, you can say that, his fellow, he was Christian, and the Khalifa decides took the land in his hand, and he gives the land to the owner of the, you can say, the land, and he was Christian. And if we take example from all over the world, or the countries which are, you can say that, representing themselves as a democratic country, you can have no example where there is a, you can say that, people, uh, each country which has, you can, majority, they are designing the systems which are in favor of their own, you can say, set of beliefs. Only people which have their own set beliefs, they can favor only those people who are agree to them their policies. Basically, democracy, if we look at the current world, democracy is only system which controls the humans. It has no, you can say that, it doesn't allow the opponent to live in their country. Okay, okay. If any question? Yes. Okay.
So you have talked about the democracy,
Yeah.
on behalf of Islam. So I have a question there. How you can say democracy is wrong? Because
Yes.
democracy is the one thing they select the
Okay.
real eligible person for that seat. Everyone have a right, they can
Okay.
vote that person, and he can become a ruler of a country or prime minister. On the behalf of other side, like if we are if we say that on Saudi Arabia, there is
Yes.
a one person who rules
Yes.
after that, his son will also rule. If his one son is not fit for that seat, so how can you define
Okay.
that democracy is not good?
Can you tell me, is there more knowledgeable person in the world, or more, you can say that, ignorant people in the world? What is democracy? Look at what is democracy. Yeah, no. But look at the process of the. You can say that what is the system of democracy? How they select people? They only select on the opinion. If more people are agreed to select any one person, this is democracy. But if a person which doesn't know the backgrounds of all people, which doesn't know, if I gave the example of Pakistan political system, democracy, it is the best example. No, you can. Yeah. You can't. I am saying that. Okay. But you can say that for selection anything, for selection of anything, you should have knowledge, you should have wisdom, you should have experience. Okay. I am saying that human is weak. Human has limited knowledge, human has limited, you can say that, experience and limited wisdom. And if I say that God has unlimited knowledge, unlimited wisdom and unlimited experience, he know everything about human, he know the needs of human, he know the difficulties of human, he know the solutions of the problems of the human. Okay, you gave us example of Khalifa. Yeah. So on that time, they also choose most people who select their person. No, basically the way of selection is different. The way of selection, there is a concept of shura in Islam, and shura, each member of shura should be knowledgeable and should be, you have a person with high wisdom. No one, you can say that a person which has no knowledge and which has no experience is allowed to, you can select the Khalifa. Thanks for it.
Right. Thank you so much, Naman. Thank you for your time. It was really amazing speech, and thank you for the question, but it's already done. So thank you. All right. So once again, the clapping, which means the debate was amazing. And there is one thing that I would like to mention. Please, one person is allowed only one question. Otherwise, it becomes an argument between the debater and the audience. So if you want to participate in the debate, then you can come to the stage. It's open for everybody. And now we have an issue, and that is about a global level, that is related to the global level, and it's a world level issue. And Imtiaz is going to represent the issue in a very dignitable manner, and we welcome him to the stage. Thank you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I am thankful to Hamid. He invited me on the stage. So my topic is that how social media is destroying our society and culture. First of all, I gave you some points that how it is destroying our society. My first point is that it destroying the real human interaction. How it destroying the human real interactions. Social media replaces face-to-face communication with supervision online exchanges. Families, friends, and communities spend more time on the screen rather than face-to-face communication. And loneliness and social isolation are expanding due to social media. Number two is spread of misinformation. Fake news, propagandas, and conspiracies theories spread all over the world due to social media. Like it leads to the wars and clashes between the nations and between the individuals. This undermines trust in institutions, media, and even science. Like in COVID-19, there was many propagandas about the disease, and misinformation was on the peak at that time. Society has become polarized when people live in echo chamber that only reinforce their beliefs. They don't even know that the people who are talking and where from they are talking. They have to believe on that information. Then my third point is that mental health crisis. How social media is impacting on our mental crisis. Most of our generation and young people are spending their most of the time on the screens, which causes mental health issues. So constant comparison to the other curated perfect lives leads to depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. And my fourth point is that decline in critical thinking. People increasingly consume effort. They made propagandas and misinform the people without any effort. They just chat and spread the information. So how they damage our culture and values, like traditional values like respect, patience, and community service are overshadowed by self-promotion. And these were my points and questions.
You said that social media is destroying the nation. Is social media destroying the nation, or the misuse of social media is destroying the nation?
Basically, social media was created to connect the people, but its purpose is not used properly, because everyone is you can say free to use it. So we cannot control even an individual. So that's why it is creating problem for the society.
If I say that social media is just a technology, and if you say that in modern ages there was no currency, people exchange goods between each other.
Okay.
Nowadays, just social media, you can say that change the way of communication with each other. But you can say that there is a today there is a currency. Before there were coins. Now there is a, you can say that notes. Same like
All right.
social.
So, okay, thank you.
People were happy at that time, and there was no depression, there was no anxiety. World was running at that time.
Yes, that's right. All right, thank you so much. As I already said, first you can clap for Imtiaz if you think he's a good speaker. That's enough, I think so. So please, whenever somebody comes here to the stage, he's having a debate, you're just supposed to ask one question and he will reply his point. You're supposed to hear and that's all. Please don't turn it into debate. Is there anyone else who would like to volunteer for a debate? Is there anyone else who would like to volunteer for a debate? Oh, next.
Debate, then we will manage to ask serious questions. It was not just a debate, it was just a lecture.
Okay, it was lecture more. Yes, of course, he's right. He's right, because we haven't worked a lot on it, and we are definitely going to work on it, and we're going to turn it into the competition. That is definitely a good point. Thank you for the point. So this is all from the first debate that we have conducted from an international Islamic university, and I hope everybody would have enjoyed. Thank you so much. Take care. Allah.
Thank you so much for coming to our class.